She then had the audacity to appear in Miami the next day, looking like a complete feast, because I assumed she was weeping at home, but she was actually out there having the time of her life, dripping champagne, and in the midst of her wealthy boss woman pals. She said in the caption of her photo, "Never let a man fumble you twice." If that wasn't enough, so she removed all of their selections together and unfollowed me. If this isn't public, I'm done. Know what it is, but wait. It gets more stranger because, as he was rushing, he tried to do harm by going live on Instagram. Control. And this man was talking in circles, becoming defensive, and making himself appear even. It was a boiling mess. Even worse, he said, "You guys should mind your own business." Excuse me, sir. Half of you are in worse situations than me. You're upset with us because we're being exposed every 5 minutes. And then he had the gall to say Yandy isn't going to. She has no idea what it is, lad. If you don't, sir, you're probably referring to another Yandy because this one is finished. Completed. And now for the most outrageous part. Erika dropped a bomb that shattered the silence while I was busy humiliating myself online. She claims that Mies tried to buy her silence on the internet. You heard it correctly, she posted some screenshots of the alleged hush money messages in which Mies offered her a large sum of money to keep the receipts were coming in. And the text had M saying things like, "Let's work out a number that you don't have to do all of this," which makes sense, but Erika wasn't having it. She said, "I don't want your money. I want the fact is that both you and baby Yandy saw those messages," as she did a few hours later. Went live on Instagram with her lawyer, which meant business, and Yandy appeared composed yet prepared. Managed company, she doesn't say much, but when people show you who they are, it's obvious. Believe them. Her attorney then intervened, stating that we make legal judgments rather than emotional ones. The worst year of his life is about to begin because, let's face it, if Erika found evidence that he was attempting to Yandy, is freezing the money this man has worked for, so pay her off. Meanwhile, the streets are claiming that Yandy is already filed for divorce. But hold on, things are going to become much more interesting because guess who just came out of Samantha? The same Samantha with whom Yandy has been at odds for years is consuming this whole thing. Scenario up, she took to Instagram and said, "Look at you all queen now. I tried to warn you, but you called me bitter." Kim, you know who else is watching this entire situation unfold? The haters are flourishing right now, and you're ashamed, oop baby. She had to voice her opinion, so she went live and stated, "Don't base your happiness on the suffering of another woman. Listen to the most important question right now, and be shocked when karma arrives on your door in Chila. The internet is ablaze. Is what Yandy will do next since, let's face it, she is an independent boss and isn't going to be out here. The streets are speculating that she may already be seeing someone else since. Guess what? She was sobbing over N and D's and kid. Recently saw dining with a highly affluent, sophisticated mystery man and the internet investigators, who work quickly. According to others, it may be a prominent real estate investor who has known Yandy for many years. Pay attention if indeed, Mendeecees is going to go crazy because Yandy isn't simply leaving. She's upgrading and where do we stand now? Yandy is done with Mendeecees and Erika is struggling out here. Be honest, she deserves it. Not giving up, and Yandy could be considering a new partner, sweetie. This is a reality show waiting to happen. Listen, the internet is consuming this because, in the end, it only confirms what we always knew about you. Get M is how you lose M, and it appears that M has lost everything in a short period of time. That was quite the journey, and this tea is very hot. What should I do? Please let me know whether you believe Yandy is truly done for good, or if this is simply another phase of their tumultuous love story. This tea was too hot, but listen, we got to hear from you guys. Please leave a remark below because, sweetheart, we need to chat about this one. Do you guys believe Yandy is truly done with Mies permanently, or is this simply another phase of their tumultuous romance? What do you think of Erika leaking all that tea? Please share your opinions in the comments section below, and remember to like this video. Because we have more tea coming that you don't want to miss. Please subscribe to the channel and enable those notifications. Miss, keep checking back because this drama isn't finished yet. D and Shady's buddies leak tea, and M's side of the story narrative that makes everything even messier, so hold on tight because part 2 is when things truly start to go crazy. If you believe that M's Yandy and Erika's conflict had already peaked, listen up. This drama is far from done. Just wait till you hear what happens next because, let's just say, baby leaked DNS just surfaced online. Hasses have been acting quite carelessly, so shortly after the pregnancy, rumors began to get out of hand. One of Erika's filthy A-ladies, who obviously had time that day, chose to leak some information from an unidentified source. Let's just say that this man was perspiring to keep this secret in the private DMS between M's and Erika. I told you I wasn't kept silent forever, and you believe you could play. DNS Erika was yelling at Mendeecees. Instead of denying anything, this man was straight and lived with Yandy while acting as though I didn't exist. He was pleading with her, saying, "Come on, Erika, don't do this. We need to discuss first." Excuse me, sir. First, let's talk about what the worst thing is that in one of the released chats, he even said, "I told you I was going to handle since Yandy was the only one managing this the last time we looked. You don't have to go public with it, sir. Everything in that home." And listen, Yandy's folks quickly obtained this tea because it was just a few hours. Let's speak about Yandy's response because after these texts were sent, she was seen without her ring for a short while. She's not keeping quiet this time. Recall how she initially played it cool by posting and unfollowing me. Those mysterious communications are ended now that Yandy went live and let it rip. She isn't naming anyone because while she was being nice, she was saying something really hot, like, "Ladies, don't ever let a man make you." When you are actually settling for too little, it seemed like you were asking for too much, and then she smacked us with one. I refuse to lose myself in an attempt to love a man who doesn't love himself sufficiently because I know how valuable I am. Do right future Yandy is obviously finished and doing well for herself, but let's discuss the most clumsy turn of events in this entire situation. Probably because this isn't just an infidelity scandal, babe, and you guys might be in big danger. Now, let me explain this for you because it might be a legal nightmare as well. Mendeecees and Erika supposedly had some kind of Erika has been claiming for years that she was helping him hold stuff during his financial arrangement while he was incarcerated. Down while he was inside, but according to current reports, he promised her a monetary compensation when he was released and never paid up. According to insiders, Erika has been collecting records, including bank transactions, emails, and messages. That demonstrates that she was providing him with money while he was incarcerated. And now, darling, she is prepared to take him to court trial. This is a disaster. All levels, as Erika is prepared to ASI and make everything even more chaotic in addition to Yandy's readiness to depart. Let's not pretend that this is the first time that Mendeecees have had this lawsuit. Yandy may be involved. We all recall how he was originally imprisoned, and now he has some financial troubles hanging over him. It appears that history is repeating itself here as money is being moved in ways that the federal government disapproved of. Yet here's Mendeecees just broke his quiet, and his answer is making matters worse, which is where things get even more heated. He hasn't spoken anything or posted anything up until now, but he must have noticed the walls because he has remained silent. We're closing in because he finally said something, and believe me, this dude didn't say a word. Instead, he went on Instagram, revealed a whole piece in the description, and you know what he said? When you win, people love to propagate lies. I'm not talking about any stupidity. You all believe what you want, sir. Why are you calling the whole pregnancy stupid? You're behaving as like we didn't see the leaked text, sweetheart. One remark on the internet wrote, "Boy, just say you received, caught, and left." And another person stated, "M's always avoiding responsibility instead of just taking responsibility." Yandy, pack your luggage, sis, and here's now things take a drastic turn for the worse. Because guess what? Kim Yip, The same Kim who was beefing joins the discussion. After years of dating Yandy, she went live and had a lot to say, saying, "I warned y'all that M's wasn't good, but nobody wanted to listen. But look at how stupid Yandy is again." Oh, and don't forget what Kim has been saying about Erika and M's having. She referred to it as unfinished business years ago, so this drama is now just between three individuals, and it's developing into an entire family dispute. And let's face it, what would happen to M's and Yandy's if Erika was indeed pregnant? Full brand since, as you may recall, these two have created a whole empire together, giving businesses, brand deals, and total authority. Couple image, and now everything is falling apart because, let's face it, who is paying for relationship advice from a man who is incapable of remembering that Yandy was out here teaching women how to keep their guys in check no matter what, but now sis must choose whether or not to follow her teachings, and there will be more surprises in store. In part 3, since a fresh teaser concerning Yandy's next move was just released, and I promise you won't want to miss it. This narrative isn't finished yet, so fasten your seatbelts and pay attention because part 3 is about to rock the world. Where Yandy was tired, Erika was prepared to sue, and Mendeecees was out here, seeming to be the most shady guy on the world. But guess what? Things are about to get 10 times messier since we assumed Yandy was going to pack quietly. When I tell you men, these don't see this one, sweetie. She made a power play with her bags and dip that no one saw coming. It was a little chilly, so listen. Yandy was playing chess instead of checkers outside rather than just leaving. Yes, you heard correctly. She hit him where it hurt his money, freezing all of their joint funds throughout her marriage. According to people familiar with the matter, Yandy contacted her as soon as the leaked VNS appeared online. Attorneys and began making advances, which upset baby Mendeecees. He'd attempted to contact and text her, among other things. Guess what? She disregarded every call, and the very next day she dared to appear in Miami, looking like an entire snack because, darling, if you thought she was sobbing at home, you should think otherwise. She was out there having the time of her life, surrounded by her wealthy boss woman pals while drinking champagne, and the post caption never allowed a guy fumbled you a few of times. And if that wasn't enough, she removed all of their photos together and unfollowed me. This isn't public, I'm finished, and I'm not sure what it is, but wait, it gets more stranger because he was fumbling. In an attempt to contain the damage, he went live on Instagram, but it was a heated disaster. He was talking in circles and he got defensive and made himself appear even worse by saying, "You guys should mind your own business," which made half of you look worse. Circumstances, so pardon me, sir. You're out here getting exposed every 5 minutes, and you're angry with us. Then he had the gall to claim that Yandy isn't going anywhere because she knows what it is. Lad, if you don't, sir, you must be discussing another Yandy since this one is finished. And now for the most outrageous part, M's was busy making a fool of himself online. Erika made a shocking revelation that went viral on the internet, saying that M's attempted to buy her silence. That's correct. Sis shares screenshots of what she claims to be a hush money text in which M's reportedly offered her a. The receipts were being received, and the text had M saying things like, "Let's figure it out." This was the huge, large check to keep this hidden baby. Provided a figure that makes sense, saying, "You don't have to do all of this." Erika was not amused and said, "I don't want your I want the truth money." You and baby Yandy also saw those messages as she posted on Instagram a few hours later. Yes, sis, she was with her lawyer when the business went online, and Yandy appeared composed but prepared to deal business. She didn't speak much, but when she did, it was quite evident that individuals are who they claim they are. Them, after which her attorney intervened and stated that we make legal decisions rather than emotional ones. Let's face it, if Erika finds evidence that he was attempting to pay her, Mendeecees will have the worst year of his life. The streets are reporting that Yandy is already filing, and Yand is freezing the money this individual has done for divorce. But hold on, it gets even more interesting because, guess what? Samantha suddenly reappears. Yes, it's the same Samantha with whom Yandy has been at odds for years, and she's taking the entire thing personally. Went on Instagram and said, "Look at you all, queen. I tried to warn you, but you labeled me bitter. Now I'm ashamed. Oop, baby, the right now. Haters are flourishing. And you know who else is witnessing this whole situation? Kim Lai P had to get her 2 cents in two. She went live and stated that you shouldn't be shocked when you base your happiness on the suffering of another lady. Karma is knocking on your door, Chile. The internet is ablaze, and the most important question at this moment is what will happen to Yandy next? Let's face it, she is an independent woman and a boss, and she isn't going to be sobbing in public because she was recently observed. The streets are speculating that she may already be seeing someone else. The internet investigators and a very rich, sophisticated mystery guy who work quickly are having dinner with, stating that it may be a prominent real estate investor who has known Yandy for years. And pay attention if that's, since Yandy isn't simply leaving. She's upgrading, and let's face it, genuine Mendeecees is going to go crazy. Where do we stand now? Yandy is finished with MES, and I'm out here fighting without Erika's support because she deserves it. Down, and it looks like Yandy could be dating someone else. This is a reality show waiting to happen, so watch the internet is consuming this because, in the end, it just demonstrates what we know about how you obtain N is how you lose M when it appears to be M's just lost it all, and that was a crazy. What do you guys do? This tea is extremely hot. Believe that Yandy's actions were truly permanent, or is this merely an additional phase in their messy love story? Please leave a comment down. Therefore, darling, we must discuss. This tea was too hot for a few, but we need to hear from you all. You all believe that IY is truly finished with Mendeecees. Is this only another chapter, or is it permanent in their tumultuous romance? And what about Erika? You're spilling all that tea. Ideas in the comments section at this moment, and remember to subscribe and like this video. Listen to the channel and activate those alerts because, sweetheart, we have more. There will be tea soon that you won't want to miss. Keep checking back because this drama isn't, not yet,